We saw the headlines yesterday, everybody. The Dow, NASDAQ, stock market jumping off of lighter than expected inflation report. Everybody cheering. The headline consumer price index for July rose 8.5% year over year, and it was a little bit less than it was anticipated to be 8.7%, right? I saw this meme. This is so good. Sentiment check. So March CPI, 8.5%, everybody's unhappy. July CPI, 8.5%, everybody's happy. The volatility, the roller coaster ride that we are on right now is absolutely incredible, and it really is an emotional ride. The key to, I think, winning in traditional markets, crypto, is to not latch on to the emotional roller coaster, not latch on to the narratives and the narrative shifts that we see in the headlines all of the time. And data, I really think data is a really good way to do that. It is not really clickbait. I'm going to put something in the title of the video like secret data point or secret data in regards to inflation. And it's really, I think it feels like a secret. I just found out about this myself, and I really wanted to share it with you in this video. So let's just talk about what I'm talking about. Let's just do it. So this is Ada Ape on Twitter. Please follow Ada Ape. Always offering really good content. But they tweeted the most undervalued website in finance. Find out about inflation weeks to months before the Fed announced it. And they're retweeting this. Inflation has peaked, proven in real time by blockchain Oracle technology. This is from July 2020. It's higher than stated, but decreasing. I expect the Fed to stall by the end of the year too. Happy. This is app.truflation. This is what I'm talking about, everybody. The secret data point, data driven. At Truflation, our goal is to create, and by the way, I really have to put this out there. This is not like a sponsored thing. It's kind of, maybe it comes off sponsored, but I'm just trying to real quick show you what this is. But this is a really cool, I think valuable, because we do a lot of technical analysis on this channel, valuable platform. So let's check it out. Truflation, our goal is to create an aggregated data feed that most closely resembles what is true in the real world. And I can't say this enough. I don't trust the data. Like, I just don't trust the headlines. I don't trust, especially going into midterms coming up, what's coming out of the administration. I just don't trust anything that I see, right? The numbers that we see. So blockchain offers and Oracle's offer from a data perspective so many different things, and this is just such a great use case. And there's a whole website about what they do and how they do it and everything, but real quick, here at Truflation, the overall daily U.S. inflation rate continued marginally dropping since mid-June, driven by, so here's some things. Food, right? Food prices, transportation, so gasoline decreased, housing, utilities. And so they're aggregating data from all of these places. Truflation won a $100,000 competition. This is where it came from, building an inflation dashboard. So this is an inflation dashboard. That's what we're looking at here. It's supported by Chainlink, and here's the dashboard. So the numbers, Truflation year-over-year rates, a little bit different than what we're seeing in headlines and what we're seeing released on a monthly basis. And you can actually see it topped out back in here like March, April, above 11%, and it's been in a steady decline since then. So you can even see versus yesterday, the data gives us versus yesterday, versus a week ago, a month ago, a quarter ago. And you can just see it's coming down, and you can actually change. You can go from housing data, transportation, utilities. And it's very interesting to start digging into these data points. So housing alone, you can just see versus a month ago coming down 0.9% based off of just straight up data. And the reason why I think this is so important is because, and they highlight my point here in a recent article. It is too early in this tightening cycle to tell where we are or where we're going. No one has a crystal ball. The Federal Reserve or Truflation. Better real-time data can help consumers and businesses make better informed decisions. This is why this data is so important. It's really why I wanted to do this video, so that you can access this data as well. It's something I'm going to use to track. If I can get back to the main page, I'm going to use this to track alongside the charts, because that's what I do on this channel. I track the charts, right? We've been following the CPI data releases and how Bitcoin, here's a Bitcoin chart, how it reacts to it. The July 13th CPI, we got a bounce in crypto. We're tracking this most recent CPI data, August 10th, and how crypto is going to react to it. But underlining that, right? We have this dashboard that offers just really raw data. And I think it's, if we're looking to track markets, track Bitcoin, track crypto, it is extremely more beneficial to use something like this than the headlines. Because at the end of the day, everybody, the headlines and even the data that's being released, it's all over the place. It's back and forth. And it's very easy to get wrapped up into the emotionality of markets, and especially the narrative-driven motivations of news organizations and special interests and all this. It's easy to get wrapped up in it all. Let's just step out of it. Let's step out of that bubble and enter this new dynamic of just tracking data alone. And this is really, really cool data. So this homepage does a really good job of kind of breaking down what they do and how they do it. It's measured based on the price data of millions of items across the economy. Additionally, each item price is gathered from multiple different sources to ensure veracity. Our data methodology and the quality of our indexes are part of what makes Truflation best in class. So just check it out. And here's the thing. If this is true, this is kind of summing it all up. If this is true, and Ada Ape said it, inflation has peaked. Imagine if inflation has peaked and it's actually charted here on this chart from March to April as the peak, months in advance. That's crazy. And this will actually be very interesting to see how this story progresses and how this inflation coming down continues, and if it does continue, and if inflation truly did peak, because this tool, Truflation, and the data provided within it really could have acted as kind of a really huge signal that I myself was not paying attention to, because I was not aware of this. Many of you might be aware of it. I was not. Wanted to share it with you. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that this tool is valuable? Do you also think that inflation is on its way down and it's peaked? Please let me know. I appreciate you. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.